I know that everybody was expecting this, and people were even trolling. Like, well, not even trolling. They were joking about it as soon as it happened. But Rikishi talking about how it's crazy and stupid, whatever, that Jey lost the Intercontinental title.
Doesn't get it.
It just, but so I, like I said, when we talked about this when it happened, it was like, okay, we know why this is happening. We already saw proof of it on that following SmackDown. We saw it again this past week on Raw. It was like, yeah, this needed to happen because the bloodline is going to be the A story again. And Jey is going to go continue his rise to stardom on SmackDown. So he had to lose the Intercontinental title. And so I feel like if it's that easy for somebody who just watches wrestling to understand, it boggles my mind that somebody who spent years in professional wrestling wouldn't understand that and can't remove himself from being dad to being a wrestler, you know. I also just think it's kind of silly that he's, even if you say it, if he's speaking from like a dad perspective, like I get being disappointed, but like the reason why the Usos really are as big as they are is because of the Bloodline storyline. Like they were a top tag team and stuff before that, but the Bloodline stuff really put them over the top. And that's when they had their longest reigning tag team championship run. And that's how, Jay had these main event matches and stuff. It's like if you took that storyline away, we wouldn't be talking about Jey Uso being Intercontinental Champion. We wouldn't talk about him losing the title because it wouldn't have happened. So that's why it's like kind of crazy to me that he's complaining about this. Like, it doesn't add up in my mind.
Do you believe that with the Bloodline story, they have became the greatest tag team of all time in WWE's eyes over the New Day? Because it felt like to me before the New Day were the number one in WWE's eyes, but since the Bloodline story has really revolutionized things around here, they have became the unanimous one.
I think so too. I think that kind of was made official when they had the main event of night one of Mania. I
Okay,
feel like
that's
that,
we're on the same wavelength.
yeah, that solidified that right there, and it was like the reason why, in part, that was such a big story and why it was deserving of having a main event spot was because it was the bloodline, because of the Usos, you know what I mean? So it's like, I think that was the sign right there. Because like nothing against obviously the New Day, but they haven't had as good of storylines or longevity the way that the Usos have, and the connection that they have to Roman and whatever. And that's like the bloodline is going to be like the main thing that people remember when you talk about the Usos. They had been in WWE for a long time before that, but like this is the meat and potatoes of their wrestling careers, and it's the best stuff that they've been doing. So to me, it's like, yeah, they're the greatest of all time.
The best stuff this is some of the best work of their career.
Mm-hmm.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Absolutely hands down.